After explaining the importance of detachment, etc., detachment, renunciation, etc., before the dawn of self-realization, after self-realization, anybody can understand. See, some have a doubt, હવે તો આત્મજ્ઞાન થઈ ગયું છે, હવે આની શું જરૂર છે? Now you are already a self-realized soul. Now why do you want to do I am Bill and all? So I explained 4 things. And you have not attained self-realization, then why are you doing all this? So I explained 4 things. Both the doubts cleared. So after explaining the importance of detachment, etc., before the dawn of self-realization also, he is now reinforcing it, showing the necessity and the benefits of them to mechanical ritualists, kriyajad, and dry intellectuals, Shushka Gnani, he says.
त्याग विराग न चेतमा थाय न तेने ज्ञान अटके त्याग विराग तो भूले निज
Tyag virag. So tyag means renunciation, virag, detachment. Na chittama. Tyag virag. Na chittama, not in your mind or heart. Let's keep it easy. Chittama means if these feelings are not there in your mind, or if these feelings are not there in your heart. Na chittama. Thayana tene. Will not attain. What? Gnan, enlightenment, self-realization. If these feelings, how much you can do is another thing, but how much do you feel is important. So if you don't have, if you yet have the feelings, I want both, I want things, I want to be happy in both worlds. Someone sent me an email yesterday. So it was your brother Krish. So I sent him Pani Puri yesterday. So he enjoys Pani Puri. So I sent him, 2-3 દિવસ ચલાવ હવે તું બિચારો એકલો છે તો મેં તો ચલાવ breakfast, lunch, dinner till you get tired of Pani Puri and you long for me. મોકલાવી આપ્યા. So we had very little, so I sent the rest to him. So he said, first time I'm realizing, so beautifully, he was saying, I wanted both, material prosperity and spiritual prosperity, and I didn't feel it was wrong. Right? He didn't feel it was wrong. મને સારા ડૉક્ટર બી બનવું છે, સારું ઘર બી જોઈએ છે, I want to become rich also, and I want to realize myself also. But in just 3 or 4 days, I'm realizing, till I have the importance of that world, how am I going to turn within? He's not giving up anything, right? He's yet realizing. He's not renouncing. You know why I look in different directions. You're right. Right. So, nothing to get scared of. But this realization is like so beautiful, right? That it's not wrong at all if you want both. But if you find this is important, how are you going to turn also in this direction? Why would you detach yourself from this if you find this is important? So, you understand? Logically, it is so cute. Okay, I want both, inside, outside. And you'll ask for blessings also. People ask that way. Antar bahya samruddhi mate ashirwad apo. And I said, I bless you. And in the mind I say, if it's possible. Manma bolu. If it's possible, I bless you with both. People don't call me to their offices. That Mahesh Wadhar called me to his factory after, uh, I think I met him in 2005. And since then, he's been saying, Mari factory par aao, Mari factory par aao. And I said, next time, next time. This time the schedule is very tight. And it was, what, last year I came to US? Last year I came, no? So 2019 or 2018, I went there, I did Pratishtha. He sold it off. હું એટલે postpone કરું છું. It's actually, I can take out time. But I know once I come to your offices and all, you would want to sell it. I've not told him anything. I've not told him. In fact, just 2 days back, he was talking to Nemi and he said, "Okay, I've sold my business and everything." And he said, "Hey, you're not even telling Bapa." Okay, I find it so trivial. I don't even feel like conveying this to Bapa. Such a big thing, you're retiring from business and you're selling off your lucrative business. You're earning well, you're selling it off, and you don't even need my margdarshan, or you don't even need to communicate to me. I think this is the best gift he has given me. Just 10 days back, he was hospitalized. He didn't even convey. કે આવી વાતમાં બાપાને શું ડિસ્ટર્બ કરવાની? હોસ્પિટલ જાય મરી તો નથી ગયા ને. This is a sign of a good devotee. I don't know. Rahul પાસે કેટલી capital છે, I don't know. In our investments, savings, I don't know. I want to know, but he doesn't come to me. Because he wants to retire. So I said, I'll just go through it once. I don't know anything because in so many years he has never come to me with any material question. થોડું થોડું અઝ્યુમ કરવું પડે કે આટલી વાર અબ્રોડ જાય છે તો હશે ખરા એની પાસે પૈસા. I actually don't know એની capital શું છે, એનું savings શું છે, whether it's the right time to retire. Of course, the right time is age 27, 24. Ambalal Bhai put high standards. The right time is age 24. So if you have crossed this, you are already. આપણે આમાં વચમાં હતા ને? Sorry. So ત્યાગ વિરાગ ન ચિત્તમાં, if it's not in your mind and heart, થાય અને તેને will not attain Gnan, self-realization or enlightenment. Atke, now the second line. Atke stops there, gets satisfied in such activities and feelings. Atke tyag virag in practices of renunciation and detachment. To bhule, he forgets Nijban, self-awareness. His main objective of self-realization is forgotten. So the short meaning. One cannot attain enlightenment without having the feelings of renunciation and detachment within him, in his heart, mind, whatever. One also cannot attain enlightenment if he feels satisfied and forgets his self-awareness. In a subtle manner, in the first line, he recommends something to a Shushka Gnani, and in the second line, he recommends something to a Kriya Jad. How? We'll see. First line is a message to the Shushka Gnanis. You should have feelings of Tyag Vairagya, not just talk. And the second line, to the Kriya Jad, you must be practicing a lot. But what about self-awareness? You are getting gratified or satisfied in such practices. You have forgotten your main objective only. Now we need to understand this. So beautifully, see the words Kriya Jad and Shushka Gnani are also not coming, and he's giving messages to both. But finally, he feels that the fellow is so stuck in his belief, both of them. I think they need a guru. So, in the ninth verse, entry of a Sadguru. This is a recommendation, but you will realize this only in the presence of a guru. So, Seve Sadguru Charan, Tyagi Dai Nij Paksh. See the flow. I say, see the continuity. The very fact he did not use a round figure for his Atma Siddhi Shastra, he could have written 151 stanzas, 111 stanzas, 108 stanzas. The moment he feels he has conveyed it all, he stops. The moment he feels he needs to tell something more, he re-begins. I'll explain this, why I said this. I'll explain when we come to verse 127. So maybe in the month of July or August. No, I'm saying July because I want to take it on Guru Purnima, that's why. My plan is to take Aho Aho Shri Sadguru on 25th July. But I can't commit anything now. I don't know if I'm in US on 25th July, or I'll be in the ashram, or I'll be in Yogi Sabhagra, or I'll be in my room. I don't know. I have to ask the virus for that, how it's going to mutate and how it's going to, but I'll explain it then, after verse 127. So, mainly the purpose of this verse is renunciation, detachment, worship, etc. are tools of self-realization, are means of self-realization. Don't consider them useless also, and don't consider them as the end or goal also. Kriya Jat considers it as the goal, and Shushka Gnan feels it is useless. Shushka Gnani feels all this is useless. Self-awareness is the only thing you need to do. And the Kriya Jat feels Samayik and Pratikaman and Puja is the only thing you need to do, whether it is with self-awareness or without self-awareness. So, between these two, he is saying the main purpose of this stanza, this verse, is to convey that these are the tools of self-realization, and so you must be feeling and practicing them. But, first line, second line, 2 lines. So, in the first line, if you do not have such feelings, you will never be indifferent to the world. Worldly pursuits, worldly entanglements, valagna, worldly objects. You need to be indifferent to it, no? It should not affect you anymore. So, if you don't have feelings of tyag, vairagya, detachment, renunciation, if you don't have such feelings, first line. I'll be saying first line, second line. I plan to convey this to you 5 times. I'll repeat them 5 times. First line. If you don't have such feelings, you will never be able to be indifferent to the world and all objects, activities, entanglements, pleasures, everything. And if you get trapped in those activities and feelings, second line, if you get stuck, trapped, then you are going to forget the main objective. Rather, it will block your achieving self-realization. It will block, in fact. So, Kriya Jadatva is also going to be useless for you. And Shushka Gnani is also going to be useless. So, every time the first message is to the Shushka Gnani, Second message is to the Kriya Jan. So first, you must have these feelings or you won't be indifferent. Second, but if you get stuck here, you'll be blocking your achievement of self-realization. So unless your heart is filled with feelings of abandonment, etc., means tyag and vairagya, abandoning the sensual pleasures and entanglements, etc., you cannot achieve self-realization necessary for liberation. Again, for the Shushka Gnani, the first line. Second, if you get satisfied in these feelings and activities, then again, you're missing out on the real objective of all these. You're missing out. This is sheer foolishness. Doing everything, but nothing contributes to self-realization. First line, second line. Again, once more. So, it's very clear self-realization does not dawn on a mind which is impure. So, you must use these tools as means to self-realization. Means. First line. 2, Shushka Gnani. Means you should use it as medium, as means, as tools for self-realization. Second line, 2, Kriyajar. But don't get so attached to it that you feel it is your goal. મારે 24 ભગવાનના સામાયિક કરવા છે બસ. મારે વર્ધમાન તપની ઓલી કરવી છે. And that counting becomes so important to you that you forget all this is for inner purity, inner transformation, self-awareness, self-realization. So don't get so attached to these activities that they become the goal instead of the means. Instead of the path, it becomes your goal. And you just do it and you finish, you achieved your goal. I wanted to do a Thai and I'm on the 7th upvas. What is my goal? What is my goal, Asta? No, my goal should have been self-realization, increasing self-awareness. But what was your goal? One more upas. No, I said 7th upas. So, one more upas, I want to do it. I want to drag myself for one more upas. See, the goal has changed. The goal changed. You should be saying, I want to come nearer to my soul at least tomorrow. That should have been your goal. And for that, I need to do one more upas. That is your means. But your means becomes your goal. Anyhow, I want to drag myself for the 8th. રૂમ ભરીને મિઠાઈ ખાવાનું મન થયું હોય, રૂમ ભરીને ગાંઠિયા ખાવાનું મન, રૂમ ભરીને પાપડ ખાવાના મન થાય. Can you imagine that? Someone who was doing Atthai said, 7th day પર તો your hunger must have been totally killed, right? On the 7th day. Ashna said, no, on the 7th day I wanted to eat only papads. And 200-300 papads she wanted to have. And on the 8th day, she actually didn't mind bajri no rotlo. Bajri. Only Rajasthanis call it food. Or only Kathiawadis must be considering them as dessert. Yeah, they say कि जम्या पची एक थोड़ा बाजरीनो रोटलो. Custard lo, pudding lo. How you can have a piece of bajrina rotla and then get satisfied? Right. So what was your goal and what did you do? You made the means into goal. So means and end. Path and goal. So this is just a medium, just a tool. Don't get so attached to it that you forget your main goal. So this was the message. Now let's summarize the whole thing And what message is given to the Shushka Gnanis? What message is given to Kriyajat? And we are done. So, summarizing the whole thing, so long as you hold importance to the world, you are going to find joy. Vietnamese coffee છે. Coffee is coffee now. Mexican coffee છે. I don't know what other coffees are you going to serve today. Espresso coffee. Coffee. થોડી કિક લાગી જાય એટલે આપણે back to work now. So till you find the world is important, you are going to derive joy. You are going to have desires for it. And third, you would not want to get detached from it. Why? If you are getting joy from it, why would you even think in terms of detachment? And forget renunciation. Forget tyag, because I'm getting joy out of it. Why should I renounce it? You are understanding? So explain to him, Krish, you are a smart fellow, explain to your brother. That if you are enjoying material, if you want material prosperity also, why would you need spiritual prosperity? Just explain. You are a smart fellow, you think so. People call him smart. No, minus the doctor also is smart. If the world is important, you will be deriving joy, you will be getting desires, and you will not get the feeling of detachment. Very clear? And if you don't have the feeling of detachment, see, everything 4 we'll use today, okay? So, it will be easy to make notes. If you don't get the 4th point, means you're missing out on something. Right, Neil? So, as your notes are the beacon for all the NRIs and all. So, number 1, you will be deriving joy. If the world is important, you will be deriving joy. Number 2, desires erupt. Number 3, no feeling of detachment. Number 4, won't turn inwards. Antarmukta nahi sadai. Because till detachment, how will you go within? Very clear. And so he says, tyag and vairagya. Tyag, renunciation, vairagya, detachment, till you don't have these feelings in your chit. So you can use mind or pure at this stage. Huh? It's different than mind and intellect, but at this point of time, chit is mind or chit is heart, anything. Till you don't, I think the best word would be within. Till you don't have these feelings within you. Which feelings? Tyaga, viraga, the first 2 words of the verse, means renunciation and the detachment. Till you don't have these feelings within you, in your mind, in your heart, you are not going to attain self-realization, and all your knowledge, scriptural knowledge, knowledge by satsangs, all your knowledge is going to remain dry. So the word dry comes, means the message is to Shushka Gnani. See, Shushka was dry. So till you don't have the feelings of Tyag and Virag within you, all your knowledge just in memory, but it's going to be dry, no taste of the self. No sweetness of the taste of sweetness of the self. Dry. So the moment I say dry, this message is to Shushka Gnani. Very clear? Now the second line. Maybe you are practicing all this. That fellow was not practicing only Shushka Gnani. But maybe you are practicing all this You are keeping maun, you are doing some vrata, some tapa, morning you are doing some puja, bhakti, something. Maybe you are practicing all this. And you feel satisfied in just practicing it, performing the ritual. Mistaking it for the end instead of means. Sadhya, not sadhan. For example, you decide to do a samayik daily. Is it a good habit or a bad habit? Very good. So you all will be doing it, right? If it's a good habit, then you'll be doing it, right? So you learn how to do samayik. So 48 minutes you need to sit and all the ritual necessary before and after and everything. You learn everything. You do it perfectly. You do it regularly. That's it. You forget the very objective of it. My objective is to increase self-awareness by samayik. But you were just interested in finishing 48 minutes sitting in one corner, uttering some stotras, some sutras, and that's it. Who would do this? Kriya, mechanical ritualists. If you ask them how much of samatva, equanimity did you increase? How much self-awareness did you increase in this samayik? So it would hit him, oh, yeah, I decided to do samayik for self-awareness. But I finished 1,000 samayiks, but I completely forgot about it. That's why he's saying, atake, if you get stuck in the ritual, atake in the practice of tyag viragma, to bhule nijban. Forget it then. You are fully engaged, still forgetful. You are fully occupied. Whole day you are occupied. And still you forget your goal, so you behave foolishly. So how beautiful he's saying, don't get satisfied. Don't get attached to your practice so much that you forget your main objective. So this message is to Kriyajad, the mechanical ritualist. Warns them, your efforts are going to go in vain. It's not going to be fruitful. You are not going to attain or gain self-realization with it. You'll miss out on the objective of self-realization. So how beautifully, in a subtle manner, he shows the flaws and recommends a path, both. In 4 and 5, he showed the flaws. And then 6 and 7, he gives the recommendations in a very, very subtle manner. You never knew that the first line was for the Shushka Gnani, the second line was for the Kriyajad. Now you realize that it was exactly keeping them in mind, the two categories of people. See the mastery. It's so clear and still no names. And both of them get the message. That fellow will feel a Shushka Gnani, a dry intellectual, yeah, I must cultivate some virtues, some feelings, some practice. I must undertake some practice of Tyag Vairagya. Some Vrat I should take, some Nityakram I should take. Only using your head and, just display of your stupid logic. No, it's not going to help you at least. So, message to him. And for the Kriyajad who's been doing everything and insists others in doing it or condemns others who don't do. આજે મૌન નથી કર્યું 12 કલાક. મારું તો 4 જ કલાક બાકી છે હવે. મારું 4 hours બાકી છે. 8 કલાક થઈ ગયા. તમે નથી કર્યું. અરે કેટલો શાંત થયો તે તું જો ને. But you will start insisting agrah and condemning ninda of others if I am a Kriyajad. finally, it's self-awareness which is important. If you have not been able to do it, then everything is useless. Huh? And if someone else is doing it by some other way, so appreciate it. How is clearing the main objective of self-realization in this? What? Jai Swarup Samajhu. This is the objective, and Samajhu in the sense of experience, not information. If it meant information, you all are much, much above self-realization. How much information you have got on the soul since 20, 25 years? How much information? Then you are a very highly realized soul then. But the meaning of Samajhu is experience, direct experience of the soul. So beautifully explained here, and we'll repeat this verse and then go to the last.
त्याग विराग न चेतमा थाय न तेने ज्ञान अटके त्याग विराग